Person, I have to say, really wants this, okay? Look, whether they can or not, it is here that they're thinking about it. You have the Eight of Wands. You have this song message here. They talk about, as I write this letter, sending you love. You have the Ace of Pentacles, guys. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, making that a 10, really just everything, I want to say. And then here we go, confirming that with the Wheel of Fortune. Look, things are wanting to move around. That happens sometimes, and they want me to read this again. Look, our flame of love will burn forever, and that landed on the Wheel of Fortune, guys. Sometimes cards travel, I want to say to you, where the light's changing again. Okay. This is very intense energy, you guys. Hello, welcome back to the channel with me, Chris of the Tarot Closet. You are here watching your Twin Flames No Communication reading for December 2021, 2021. How are we saying that? However, when you get here is when you're meant to be here. Readings are timeless, guys. So thank you for being here. Hello to regular watchers. Hi. Thank you so much for your support, your donations, your comments. It all means so very much to me. And also, hello, if you are new here, thank you for joining us. We're very happy you're here. Now, I just want to say a couple of things to you. Please remember that not everything is going to resonate. There's a lot of energy, guys, already coming in, a lot of energy coming. So please take what resonates and throw away the rest. Also, please remember this is not a prediction. You do have free will. Your outcome is yours, not mine, not a tarot reading. Lastly, I just want to say to you, if you do not hear your person's sign or your sign, don't worry about it. Everybody's here. If you're resonating, that is the main point for you. Can be in any number of the decks, you guys. We are looking at True Heart Intuitive Tarot for the tarot, the Love Tarot Love portion of your reading. We'll also be taking a look here at Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and I do have a few message decks out. We will be looking at channeled love messages. These are direct messages to you from your person. However, if you ever feel like you're sending the message to your person, you go with that. It's meant to be. We also have channeled song messages here, guys, from my More Channeled Song Messages deck. These are messages through song to you from your person. Can be your song comes down, the artist, or simply there's a message within the song, whether it's the entire lyrics that you see, or it's a title, a location, or some key moment in here that is meant to get to you. And again, it can be vice versa. It can be coming to you, but it can also be you sending the message to your person. So please take that as it resonates. And lastly, we will be looking at channeled love messages from the Tarot Closet. We're going to get started, guys. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you tell us? Yes, you can. What is going on with our twin flames today? What messages need to come out? Okay, guys. What might they need to see or hear to get some clarity, some peace and comfort? Okay, that just sort of pushed its way out, guys. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Okay, so we're going to stop there. That was quite fast. I will turn everything over, let you get a look as okay, guys, wow. Eight of Wands to begin with, the Nine of Wands. Already a lot of love here, guys. And Sagittarius, you're already here double, or your person can also be the energy, guys. The Wheel of Fortune is here today. Wow. Okay, guys. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. I do want to say to you, as I'm turning them over, please know that I do not read reversals. If you are meant to get your message in reverse, you will trust me. Oh, wow, guys. The Ace of Pentacles as well. You're reading the Three of Wands. And let me just scoot things over ever so slightly. Not too much. I really want to keep everything here in your reading, but yeah. We need to see your cards. I do like the place to be cozy, guys. The Nine of Swords, what's going on? Also, that double nine there, you guys. Attainment. Also, wishes fulfilled, or the opposite here. What's going on? We're seeing it double here, guys. Or something coming to fruition, look. Okay, this does not surprise me. It's the Three of Swords, obviously. This is Libra energy, guys. The Nine of Swords, we got some Gemini energy here. Let me put your angel wings down. Well, we know what the Nine of Wands is, don't we? Excuse me, the Eight of Wands, you guys. Sagittarius energy. But look, your person is really wanting to send you a message. I need to tell you that. This is an 8, guys. Really about getting something done, mastering something, but also an action. Very much an action number, I want to tell you. And it's the Eight of Wands. Your person, if they haven't already, are wanting to write you. And look at that. It's 8 wands. That's the energy of love, the relationship, the passion between you. Really the idea of it, everything. Your person is really wanting to reach out to you if they haven't already. But let's get a much clearer view here. Well, I say that and then I pick up, guys, the Wheel of Fortune. Look, your person, guys, I need to tell you, this is a 10. The end of a cycle, completion, renewal here. Things changing for you. I need to tell you right off the bat here. It does look like there's some, well, you can see there's a little bit of snake energy, guys. What went on between you. But I want to tell you up here, you see those wings wide up here, very, very close to the divine, right here on the Wheel of Fortune cards. Excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune card. Somebody is wanting to rise above all the stuff, all the obstacles, the complications, things that might have also been said recently. I have to say that's not going to be for everyone, but that is here. And by the way, everybody is represented here, guys, in the Wheel of Fortune. Everybody. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, and there's some more Sagittarius as well. Your person really wanting to make their heart lighter, but also I want to say to you, this is very much for me as well with the bird here, twin flame energy. This is a twin flame reading, but I have to say it's not always going to come through so strong, although it is, and it's already coming through really, really strong right after the Eight of Wands in the Wheel of Fortune, guys. Everything here, everything is going on. Your person wants to balance it all out. Balance out the communication between you, how you feel about yourself, how they feel about themselves, excuse me. Better communication. Everything here, guys. Everything. And the end of a cycle. Well, what cycle is that? Look. I want to tell you, I think it might be this Nine of Swords, guys. The Nine of Swords. Well, first of all, we know that this is Gemini energy. Somebody hasn't been feeling so great. Now, I think that this is both of your energy, your person, as well as you. But what this is telling me here, coming up right off the bat, with your person wanting to send you a message and reach out if they haven't already. The end of what energy? Well, the end of this energy, you guys. This is a 9, so this can be about attainment and fulfillment, wishes fulfilled, but it can also be the opposite. And I want to say it's telling me here that wishes were not fulfilled, and this is going to change, guys, with the Wheel of Fortune here. Also, something coming to fruition, which is part of the end of the cycle here. Excuse me, that little glare there. Having some communication. Now, this is a twin flame reading, guys, and not everybody is going to be coming back together. And, well, now. So please take what resonates, throw away the rest. But your person here has really been overthinking it, has not been sleeping, has been feeling really bad, guys. And I want to tell you, also in the sword energy, there is more of that twin flame energy, a lot of mirroring and triggering going on between you. And this is almost 10, you guys. This is the 9. So I do feel for most of you, this is already energy that is moving on here. And I'm seeing it and feeling it, but it's also telling me that. It's interesting we didn't see the 10 of Swords, but look what we did see. And we will get to everything here. It's a little bit messy, guys, so please bear with me. 3 of Swords, you guys. What is that third sword that went in between you? Libra energy, I want to tell you right off the bat. So much love, so much passion. It's dripping here, guys. For some of you, this is very fresh. I don't think that's the case for everybody, but look, there's that 9 of Swords, and there is what is right below it, the 3 of Swords. Now, for some of you, it is fresh, but for others, this is not fresh, and I think you might have even passed the 10 of Swords already and got those swords out of your back. If you haven't, you make sure you do that. Reach out to who you need to. But I want to say to you, 3 swords here. So for some of you, there is a third party involved, whether this is another person, other people, karmics here, can also simply be the circumstances, guys, the situation, what took this apart, excuse me, what separated you, or what is keeping you apart and causing this heartbreak between you. For some of you, I really feel, as we look here at the 3 of Swords, that this is a long distance energy. That is not going to be for everyone, and that's part of it. There are some differences between you, very much. There's a lot of duality, guys. You're very much the same, but also very different. But there is that third party, excuse me, as I make air quotes, because it's not always about a person. It can be many other people, but for a lot of you, it's about where you are in your life. It's all about divine timing. Everything here is divine timing. That third sword put there in the middle, I feel for most of you, is about the timing not being the right timing. Were things said? Was there some conflicting energy? Very much. We see it here in the 9 of Swords. We see it in the 3 of Swords. But I don't think it, for most of you, it was a big moment or a big fight, anything like that. It's more about the conflict of being together, not being able to be together, because this is the other thing I want to say to you. That third party can be on both sides, again, and it can be about your life situations that you're in and why it is not, you are separated now. It's clearly keeping your person up, and I think for a lot of you too. But I do have to say, I feel like some of you, this is very fresh, we can see, and for others, it's not. And here's the thing, look, you guys, this wake up too here that's going on, I do feel, and this is coming in as your last card, guys, down here, I do feel some of you are ascending, and we see that also here, guys, in the Wheel of Fortune here with this bird. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, guys, Ace of Discs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Your person really wants to be able to offer this commitment. It's right there. Being safe together, really, truly. Look at, there you are, both of you guys. The twin flame soulmate energy coming through very strong. New growth, wanting to start over, love here. But I feel like for many of you, they're very conflicted. It will involve a lot of change. That's what I want to say to you. For many of you, they're really it's not the right time. It's just what I want to tell you here. But if we were looking in your person's mind, interestingly, as I hold these 3 cards here for you, this is what I think we would see literally here. Wanting and dreaming about offering this commitment, being together, but being very conflicted because it's not possible, which we see in the 3 of Swords. And they're very heartbroken over it, not sleeping. Don't be fooled if you think that they're not, because they are. It's very, very clear. And they're also dreaming of this, you guys. This is exactly what it is. Look, this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is everything. This is everything. But who is or what is that snake? What's going on? What is that third party, guys? And for some of you, really, it is another person or people or karmics that might not necessarily be snakes. I do want to say that. It's more about what is that there that's keeping you guys apart, okay? We see it here in the Wheel of Fortune is what I want to say to you. And we see it here in the 3 of Swords. But your person is dreaming about it. And I would say it would come here. That we have the Pentacle, the offer there, the commitment, offering the commitment and having everything with you. But I know for some of you it is not possible. For others, I have to say, well, here's 2 things going on here. First of all, I do feel like for everybody, if your person hasn't reached out, they will be. That's just a given, excuse me, guys. But this is what I want to say to you. For some of you, it's to reach out and come with this offer of commitment and have a future with you guys, things changing for you. For others, I have to tell you, it's kind of a snapshot into their mind, wanting to send you a message and quite possibly sending that message with what they're wishing for. A very, very, very big wish, you guys. Very much. This action. I do feel like the message is coming if it hasn't already. I have to say that. But whether your person can offer the commitment is really going to be different for everybody, guys. And look here. What's going to happen when your person is contacting you. I think for a lot of you guys, I want to tell you, you're going to have your boundaries up, your defense, excuse me. And I feel like you do already. If you see here, guys, look, it's 9. It's almost a 10. Also the 9 of Wands. That's a lot of love, you guys. The energy of love here. Some of you are really keeping your defenses up. You've clearly been hurt because this is also in your energy. Some of you are still here. And for those of you that aren't, we know that you were here and you're carrying still some of the hurt. Look, we see it here with, with the 3 of Swords, guys. Your person, when they're coming to you, it looks, and for both of you here, look, this is the first card, you guys, your person wanting to contact you. And right below it, there you are with the 9 of Wands, guys. Really just trying to protect yourself and your heart here. Gosh, so much. And I want to say to you too, here in the Wheel of Fortune is in the 2nd placement, guys. It's right here in your partnership. And the balance, very, very imbalanced. I have to tell you now, your cards are sort of moving around. Look, and I didn't even talk about the 3 of Wands, you guys. There is that third party again. And there the 2 of you are very much wanting to rise above it all. And you can quite literally see that here as it's suspended above all the emotional energy. Somebody might have already been ascending, I have to say. Is that you? I think it might be. Look, right on the shoulder here. Doing some shadow work. You have been doing some shadow work. Look, you're right in the triangle. You're right here in the 3 Wands, in the love. Very much what was going on here and trying to rise above it and wishing that you could rise above it, with your person here. And we also see again, you guys, that third party, whatever that is. I have to tell you, not only do you see it in the Wands and the birds, you also see it here. If you can see these little sailboats, guys, there's one going off on its own and there are 2 here. So I do feel like for some of you, I have to say, this is coming down right below here, the Ace of Pentacles, guys. This offer of commitment, is this going to be for you? I think for some of you, yes. For others, can also be telling us that your person might not be leaving from where they are now. And this, for some of you, I feel is you going off here, going with the flow. And that's also a really strong message for you to go with the flow. Take care of yourself and live your life. Because if your person, you or your person cannot come together now, you got to keep living your life. You can't stop it. And, you know, watch tarot and not get what you need to get done. That's what I want to say to you. And it's a super, super strong message, you guys. And some of you are actively this sailboat anyway, going off here. But I want to tell you, when you see the boats, that really is about just what you think, the direction that you're going here, and also emotionally. And somebody's really thinking a lot about this. Now you both are, but there's somebody in particular here, and I think that this is you really thinking about where you want to go with this. And those of you that are not in this deep thought and feel like you're just going to plant yourself, you know, and wait for your person, I want to say to you, it's a really, really strong message, a very strong message from Spirit, guys, to go with the flow, but also take care of yourself, because this commitment offer is not for everybody. It's just very clear here. We see it in the wands, we see it in the birds, and we see it here in the two boats that are together. I don't know if you can, just a minute, guys. Let's see if we can get a better view here. How's that? I have very blurry eyes. Two here are together, you guys. One, quite a bit bigger, I want to tell you. So for a lot of you, it can be that your person also is, yeah, got some ego going on here, guys. There is some pride and ego between you, a lot of emotional energy and a lot of love. And for some of you, your person may have made a decision already, or you guys. You see the two ships here. That's the two of you and a third person. Who is that going off, guys? Going off here in the divine energy, in all the emotional energy, and just floating away. Or quite possibly there's some steering going on, okay, in the direction, but it really is about the direction here. And we can see that somebody is still really conflicted. And I think that might be you. But this is a really strong message coming through for you to take care of yourself and do what you need to do, okay? And it is, like I said, it is coming right down below the Ace of Pentacles, guys. The other thing, the Three of Wands here, this is really strong Aries energy. So this can be you or your person's energy. It can be your actual signs too, you guys, but it's the energy. That's what I wanted to tell you. More than anything, remember that when you're watching readings, okay? And look, there's that 9 again, you guys. The 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Discs, I can tell you. Virgo energy. And here's what I want to say to you, guys. Again, regardless of the sign, that's not important here. That's a 9. Attainment, guys. Wishes fulfilled. Things come into fruition. So I want to tell you, Watcher, I think it's you ascending here, guys, very much, because look what is coming right below the Wheel of Fortune. The 9 of Pentacles here. And this is the other thing. This is just short of a 10. And when we see the 10 of Pentacles, it's really that strong feeling of somebody just dreaming about having a future with another person. And I want to tell you, in your last reading, the 10 of Pentacles was very, very strong. And really every reading I've done for you, even the song messages only reading, which I recently released, that as well. Super, super strong that your person is daydreaming about you. And here's the other thing I want to tell you, not letting you go and thinking about this future with you. I want to say to you, in the 10 of Pentacles, which we don't see, but I'm seeing it for you, there's a tapestry on the wall, this memory, this not letting go, so that your person can look at it every day. There is a fortress, which is about the journey of love that you're on. And the one below it are 2 sailboats, guys, which we're also seeing here. And it's the card right after the 9 of Pentacles. Your person is dreaming about this being you, I have to tell you about what happened and what they can possibly do to come to you. And I do feel that you're pretty self-defensive, and you have been for a while. I feel very like I can't get your messages out fast enough. I feel kind of winded. That's what I want to say to you. So for some of you, I can hear you saying it now very much. That, yeah, okay, but you've been tired of waiting, okay? And you are really guarding your heart, and that's the other thing I want to say to you. Why? Well, for obvious reasons. But look, we see the pain here, guys, and we see this last sword here being driven in, quite literally. It's dripping, guys. Very, very passionate between you. And I feel like hi guys, the camera died. For most of you here today, I don't want to say the disconnect, but within the connection, as it was disconnecting, as they were, for a lot of you, ghosting you and just kind of not responding, just out of the blue being gone, there might have been some words said, and that's the other thing that I'm seeing here very strongly too with the swords, and it's still there, the conflict. They're still in. It cut very, very deep. We can see that, and for some of you, they haven't been pulled out. That's what I want to tell you. And that's the other thing, guys, with the swords. It's the conflicting energy and a really strong need here in this relationship. It's very transactional, the swords, you guys. Very, very transactional. And it's also saying that there's a really strong need here for some clarity and to think more with the head and less with the heart, which is interesting because I do think somebody was or is overthinking, and I think that's your person, you guys. But there's an opposite message coming for you to be a little bit more rational, less thinking with the heart. It's actually quite damaged here. And thinking with the heart is beautiful and lovely and a wonderful way to live in many ways, but also many times we really need to be more rational. And in your reading today, that's a very, very strong message for you to just come out of that here. There's still a lot of hurt going on, and thinking with your heart might lead you in the wrong direction and keep you stuck. There's a message for a lot of you guys to continue on with your life. You guys, you can't stop doing the things that you love and seeing the people you love and reaching for the things you want in this twin flame journey. For some of you, this is not going to come back together now in the 3D, if ever. I just have to tell you that. So if you don't think a little more rationally and see what it is, come out of this Nine of Swords. For those of you still in it, guys, you might miss some things. And here's the thing, regardless of what's going on with your person, this Wheel of Fortune is in your energy today. This Ace of Pentacles is in your energy today. And that's the other thing I want to say to you, watchers. This is your Twin Flames No Communication Love reading. But look what you have right next to each other, guys. We have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So for many of you, what you've been working on, I want to say to you, is going to be paying off if it hasn't already. So you don't let that fall by the wayside. It's very, very important. Even though I do feel some of you are here. Some of you are here and going through quite a bit. I'm very sad for your person still. Some of you have already reached the 10 and got those swords out and are a little bit more stable, I want to say. But a lot of you are still in this energy here, I want to say. But there are things happening in your life. And if they're not, they will be. That is a direct message for you guys. We're looking right at it here. That's the other thing. Now, in love readings, it can come through. Life readings come through. That's just, there's no way around that. So I want to tell you, whoever is watching here, these are in your reading today. The Wheel of Fortune, guys, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. What happens when you take this pentacle and you put it here to the 9? It makes the 10. So yes, for some of you, with your person, guys, I want to say to you here, look, quite literally, there's that pentacle, there's that commitment, the security, everything, the practicalities of the partnership. There is the 9 pentacles, guys, wishes fulfilled. things coming to fruition, attainment. What is that attainment? Well, for a lot of you, it is that security. It is that commitment. Your person coming and dropping it here in the 9, making that the 10, you guys. Everything I want to tell you, and that comes through very, very strong Virgo energy, guys. And what is the outcome? This future together, the Wheel of Fortune, everything too, things being worked out, needing to work out. Some things still, look, we see that snake here. So that is the case for many of you, this outcome. But for others, I just have to tell you 2 things. 1, your person is dreaming about that outcome, and I think you are too. Putting that pentacle in the 9, making that a 10, and having the future together. The 10 of Pentacles, which we already talked about, guys. But for some of you too, I have to tell you, this is also in your reading, in your life, and whatever it is you've been doing and ascending. What have you been doing? What kind of job have you been doing? Some of you are really hard at work at something here, and that's what I want to say to you too. You keep going, because that's the other thing about twin flame journeys, you guys. I know we hammer it in, right? Or we read about it and we research it, and we're head first, knee deep in it. And we know it's all about making each other better people and going off and ascending and getting things done, following our journey and reaching our purpose in life, getting to that point so that we can, if it's going to happen here, guys, now in the 3D, get together with our twin flame. That is just not for everybody, but that is the premise, right? We hear that's true. That is the twin flame journey, but not everybody will come back together or come together. Some of you have not even met your person. I have to tell you, I know that sounds for those of you that have and say, what do you mean? There's somebody watching a twin flame reading, they haven't met their person. Well, that can very much happen, guys, in real life. It can be that people come together virtually, especially nowadays. We know that very, very much. Or come together with somebody from their past or recent past or far in the past. Excuse me, guys, whatever that is. For some of you, that 6 of Cups is coming through, that Scorpio energy, guys. Just to tell you that here, but that's not even the point. For some of you, that will happen, okay, in your twin flame journey. But for others, it's a new connection, I have to tell you. And not everybody is going to have that outcome. Not everybody will have this outcome in the 5D, guys. It's just a matter of fact. But this is what your person is hoping for. This is what your person is envisioning. And I think for a lot of you that are still in it, now, take it as it resonates. Not everybody is. Some of you here today are watching and you're not wanting to continue on. You've ascended and to a point where you feel like you don't want to go back. That can happen too, guys, now here in the 3D. So please take what resonates. But regardless of whatever it is, that you want, that your person wants, or what you can actually attain together, because for some of you, there's just no way. There's a lot of obstacles, guys, I want to say to you. And I see them here in the 9 of Swords. And also, interestingly enough, this is more you very, very, very much putting up some walls, kind of some obstacles, boundaries coming right below. And especially if your person has recently written you or is going to call you or has already here, very, very much, I want to say. However, yeah, it is coming through there too, guys. Okay, lost a little bit of my train of thought there. We're going to look at a Wisdom of the Oracle card for you. Taurus energy, by the way. Your person could be a Taurus. That could also be you. And now the light is changing. Wait, you guys seeing that? Okay. Wow. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you tell us? Okay, look. Wow, guys. Okay, this just flipped over as you saw. This also is yours. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to start with the Orphan card. Yeah, wow. Okay, the fact that this flipped over is not surprising at all. First of all, there's that 5. This is really talking about this change here, you guys. We're going to look at this Thinker card here too, came down, guys, in just a moment. Very much about this heartbreak here. Look, your person, a lot of you just felt and feel still here. We see it in the Nine of Swords. It's not for everyone, but really heartbroken, not able to sleep, very sad about this. Your person, for a lot of you, ghosted you, just left you. It felt like the change we see here with the number 5, guys, came quite literally out of nowhere. Some of you are still in this, and this is what I want to say to you too. If you see here, there's no gender here, guys. This person here is wearing what looks to be a wedding dress. I want to tell you, for some of you, that was your dream together. You might even have been married. That's not going to be for everyone, but something for a lot of you that you talked about, and it didn't happen. And you're left here. And here's the other thing I want to say. With the Orphan card, guys, and these really all go together very strongly. With the Orphan card, this is also a really direct message to you from Spirit. Really very much, as I talked about, to take care of yourself here. Remember that this Wheel of Fortune is in your energy today. This Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, guys, coming to a 10 here. A lot of you are in this thinking mode, and we see that also here with the Thinker card, but we'll get there in a minute. It's a very strong message to take care of yourself and not believe the stories that you're telling yourself. That also comes through with the never-ending card, you guys, the never-ending story card. You're very much in your head is what I want to say to you. And this is also for a lot of you too, that might not even be in the full 9 of Swords experience. Some of you are experiencing some of this, and it's actually very clear here in the Thinker card, you guys. Look at that, excuse me, the 2 4s there, some angel numbers here. Really quite literally direct messages for you to face things head on, to look at what's going on that you don't want to look at. Very, very much. Then the fact that it also comes to an 8, which is about an action, an accomplishment, doing that. Some of you really, very much. It's a very direct message, guys, for you. Some of you are very much in this too. And obviously for me, Aquarius always comes through here. Also Gemini and Libra. But that's a very direct message for you. And here we are again. Excuse me, I'm going to set these down for a minute. With the 3 of Wands, guys, and the Thinker here. Very much trying to figure out what to do. And there's that message for you again, for those of you that feel a little bit stuck, like you can't move on here. And we see that, guys. We see that in the Orphan card. We see that, excuse me, guys, with that glare. We see that here. Some of you are stuck. Spirit really wants you to unstick yourself and keep going. Keep doing what it is you need to do, you guys. You and your person have a lot of love and a lot of passion, but divine timing is huge here. And there are circumstances keeping you apart. There are things that are not going to bring you together now. For a lot of you, if I want to say really most of you, but it's not going to be everybody here. Some of you will be able to come together with your person, but some of you I feel like have moved on now here in the 3D, and others are stuck, not really sure, waiting, wondering what your person is thinking too. That's the other thing. Keeping yourself up at night, wondering, also your person. That's the thing, you both are, but I think this is you guys here in this reading. Gosh, I have to say to you, it's a very strong, strong, strong message. We see here that you've been left behind. That change was really quick for a lot of you too. Something went on. That 3rd sword got, kind of in there. What was that? Well, it can, like I said, for some of you, it can be another person, other people, more than one. Or what was that? What is it keeping you apart? I think for a lot of you, it is other people. And even in combination for some, the distance, where you are in your life. But here's the major thing that I'm feeling coming through here with the 3 of Swords is that's divine timing, guys. That's divine timing, and it's still there. It's not out. You're all there, okay? Everything's there. You're both there. The divine timing is there. And you can overthink this all you want, but it's not going to change it for some of you. I just have to say. And there is a really strong message for you to take care of yourself, guys, okay? And keep living your life. This is yours. This is yours regardless. And I know some of you will get this outcome, but it's not going to be for everyone. There's that message, the communication, whether that's coming, most likely coming through SMS or social media, there's that offer. There's that pentacle, guys. That commitment. Excuse me. There is that 9 of Pentacles here, making that a 10, kind of everything, the future. And there it is. Like I said, for a lot of you, this is going on if it hasn't recently gone on. But for many of you too, this is about what is going on in your person's head, and also you, what you guys are dreaming about. Very, 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 very clear in your reading here today. Okay, guys, we're going to look at some channeled love messages. These are direct messages to you from your person. What do you want to say? And remember, if you feel like you're sending them to your person, that's for you. Look, our meeting was no accident. Yeah, that's not surprising. Very serendipitous, guys. This is also yours. We met for a reason. Yeah. Wow. Okay. These are, look, they're like lined up. They keep shooting out. Don't give up on us. Okay, guys, look, I'm putting it here with your 8 of Wands. That's where it wants to be. Can you forgive me? That's a very direct message coming through from your person. And I do feel like, guys, regardless here, remember, this is not a prediction, but this energy here, I want to tell you, is a message here. If your person hasn't already apologized, they really want to. They're very stuck in their head, you guys. There are really some obstacles here, I want to say, but they're dreaming about it. They're dreaming about taking that pentacle, that Ace of Pentacles here, putting that in the 9 of Pentacles, and getting that future, that, excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune outcome, guys. I really want you back in my life. Okay, it's going over here. Wow, okay. Look at this. Can you hear me whisper your name? Yeah, here's what I want to say to you. A lot of telepathy going on between you guys. And I feel like sometimes you're also saying it. Just walking around saying it. That's coming through now. Just literally. And some of you kind of telling your person off a little bit too. So be careful of that, because these messages do get sent and received, you guys. And I want to say to you, look, you're my favorite person. The thing about telepathy too is sometimes a person can be better at sending or better at receiving, and some people can do both. And you can test that out, and you can practice your telepathic abilities, guys. Everybody has it. You just need to practice it with guessing when people are calling you, and maybe even sending somebody a telepathic message like, hey, can you pick this whatever up from the store? Not messaging them, but telepathically sending them. You can practice your telepathy. And I have to say too, for a lot of you, for some of you, this might not happen, guys. This 8 of Wands, this message from your person, okay? Or even the opportunity to talk. We see that there are some obstacles in the way here, very much. Your person is dreaming about it, I have to say, and I feel like a lot of you are too, but there is that very much the divine timing here. But for others, there's that obstacle. This can also represent all the things that are keeping you guys apart. And some of you will get some closure now to continue on here in the 3D by sending and receiving telepathic messages. So yeah, I'm going to stop there, but you can practice it, guys. I never should have let you go. Okay, this is very sticky. Our flame of love will burn forever. Whoops, it's wanting to fall down, you guys. Very much a twin flame card. Your person is acknowledging this. I don't know that everybody's person really knows what a twin flame is, though. I have to say that. But they are aware. Even here, with this very painful 3 of Swords, you guys, we see that also. And here's the other thing. I talked about some of you being past this already, even being past the 10 of Swords coming after. And that also does show us that here, guys. This can also be about the past energy here with the 3 of Swords, excuse me, of recovering from that. Okay, last chance. Last chance. Come on, guys. What do you want to say to your person? Wow, they're getting quiet, I have to say. Okay, look. Yeah, these are yours. We are a fated connection. It's not surprising. It's hard to face the truth. Yeah, guys, I have to say, your person here is very much in this Nine of Swords energy too. You're both here, but to different degrees. That's what I want to say. And even those of you that have already passed the Ten of Swords, guys, sort of that bottom feeling. I think most of you are past that. You're still channeling some of this Nine of Swords here. It's very, very clear. And your person, I think too, for some of you, you've had a conversation already about not being able to come together. It's not going to be for everyone, but that's coming through for somebody here. And also coinciding here, guys, with the It's Hard to Face the Truth card, I have to tell you. Very strong Gemini energy there if your person is a Gemini. I just can't seem to get over you. Yeah, this is the thing about twin flames, you guys. You can't cut the cord. Somebody asked me that recently. How can I cut the cord? You can't. It will always be there. But you can go on with your life. You can do what you need to do. You can keep going. You can have love, guys. Really, there's only one twin flame, but we have many soulmates in the world, okay? Romantically and also not romantically. I want to tell you that. And there is, that's what I want to say to you. That's all I want to say to you. I just want to say that you can be happy. You can live your life. You don't need to be stuck. For those of you that are feeling stuck here, and in your particular reading today, this is beautiful. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Very much, you guys, this is your energy, but I see here some of you are still in this, still thinking a lot about it here, and in this orphaned energy too, and this Nine of Swords, and still feeling this Three of Swords. It's a very strong message from Spirit for you. More channeled song messages. These are messages through song, guys. Can be that your song comes down, an artist, location, even a word, or simply the message that is in the song. As I write this letter, send my love to you. Remember that I'll always be in love with you. P.S. I love you, the Beatles. Guys, look. And there it is. That's the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, you guys. Really. Your person wanting to send this message. For some of you, I think you've already received a letter. And can it be a traditional written letter? For some of you, but that's definitely not for everyone. It's probably a little antiquated nowadays. I would say for a lot of you, your person has already written you. And if not, they're really wanting to hear. And here's the other thing. Some of you are wanting to send this to your person. Gosh, you guys. Yeah, that's very strong message here. Validated, confirmed with this channeled song message. Okay, these two are flyers, guys. But now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in the way. Both sides now, Joni Mitchell. Gosh, you guys. Okay, this is very emotional for this card to come down because I really feel like the clouds here that are coming through in your song message are the obstacles for you, very much. Your person, I have to say, really wants this, okay? Look, whether they can or not, it is here that they're thinking about it. You have the Eight of Wands. You have this song message here. They talk about, as I write this letter, sending you love. You have the Ace of Pentacles, guys. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, making that a 10, really just everything, I want to say. And then here we go, confirming that with the Wheel of Fortune. Very, very much. Guys. Sorry, I'm making a mess here. I see that. Okay, just going to set this down. Yeah, we looked at that. Please listen to this song if you haven't already. Most of you, I think, know who Joni Mitchell is, but if you don't, especially this particular song, it's very much For me, this is very much a twin flame song, you guys. Really, there's so many things that they would have done and said if they weren't in the way. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's still the case. And that's coming through strong. While there's a moon up high, while there are birds to fly, while there is you and I can be sure that I love you. Oh, Etta James, trust in me. Gosh, you guys, where is that card? It's hard to face the truth. Yeah, your person. Here's the other thing, you guys. Can be for some of you, you've already been talking about it, trying to figure out how to be together. Or your person is quite simply, it's not going to be for everyone, but really wanting to talk to you about it here. And that's also coming through. Here's the other thing I want to say to you that's coming through now, very interestingly. It's really spirit coming through about divine timing. That's very, very strong. If that is what you want to do. But please remember, if you're waiting for this union, you can still go and live your life, okay? And please do. That's what I want to say to you guys. Okay, this is also yours here. Oh, and there's another one here shooting off. There's nothing we can't overcome if you let me be your only one. There's nothing we can't overcome if you let me be your only one. Unite together, Aretha Franklin. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's the other thing about twin flames. Boy, when you guys are in union, it's a whole nother thing. I've looked at clouds, oh my gosh, from both sides now, up and down and still somehow. It's clouds, illusions, I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. There it is again, you guys. Super strong confirmation. You really need to go and listen to this song. Super, super, super important. Very much talking about the clouds between you guys, the obstacles, your divine path together, divine timing. Very, very much. This is also yours. You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. I don't know. You stick around now, it may show. I don't know the Beatles, something. Yeah, guys, this is very much almost like the reading here coming into this card. Your person talking about this here, guys. This Eight of Wands, this Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, making that a 10, you guys. The Wheel of Fortune at the end. Your person here talking about writing this message to you, sending their love to you. And I think for some of you, it's them acknowledging that they can't promise this. And I think you know that. But they are sending that through for those of you that, well, you may not want to hear it, but it's here. Don't kill the messenger, really. I just have to tell you that's what's coming through, you guys. For some of you, your person knows that they can't come now, but they're really dreaming about it. Look, things are wanting to move around. That happens sometimes, and they want me to read this again. Look, our flame of love will burn forever, and that landed on the Wheel of Fortune, guys. Sometimes cards travel, I want to say to you, where the light's changing again. Okay. This is very intense energy, you guys. And when they travel, it's because they're wanting other messages to come through, which can happen as cards come together that weren't next to each other in the reading. The position changes. It can move things around a little. The messages is what I want to say. The Tarot Closet, channeled love messages. And look, this was already wanting to come off, and now these are also yours. I'm waiting for the right time. Very much divine timing, guys, but I know not everybody can wait. But look, it wants to be right here by the Eight of Wands. I'm hiding my true feelings. Yeah, that's part of this separation too. I feel like your person, well, I kind of think you are too. I'm waking up. All right, you guys. Yeah, we see that here. I just don't know that everybody can. And as I say that, look, I'm being really drawn to pick up the selenite. This is Taurus energy, you guys. It's very much about waking up too. I want to tell you, very high vibrational and connected to the crown chakra. So your person can be a Taurus, or you, simply it's the energy too. And it wanted to be picked up as that was my arm, you guys, as your person is telling us that they're waking up very much here. I think if you haven't got your message, maybe more than one from your person recently, that looks very likely for you. Again, it's not a prediction, so please remember that. You use your free will, but I have to tell you it's very strong. Okay, and these, as I'm coming to shuffle, slid off from the bottom. I am afraid to contact you. Okay, guys. I still want you. Your person wanted to send that through. We see that. It's not about not wanting you. I have to tell you, Twin Flames, what do you want to say to your person? It's about not being able to come, although they're dreaming about it, and some might be able to. And I feel like some of you are cut off from it here with the the battery died. Suspended here, guys, and this Three of Wands, really thinking about it. Can you get over? Do you want to? Rising above it, but do you want to? This is the other thing I want to say to you here, guys, with the Three of Wands too. Some of you have kind of stopped the... There is a feeling here too that some of you aren't... You're very emotional, but you're trying to contain it a little bit is what I want to say here. When you think about this connection and what it is, what is that third party? What is that third thing? Circumstance, people, whatever that is, keeping you guys apart. Okay, this is sticking out. Gosh, you guys. I dream of you. Yeah, here's the thing. Dreaming of you at night, but they're also dreaming of being with you. It's so strong here, I have to say. I'm putting it here. You are never far from my mind. That's very obvious. This is yours. I'm sending you telepathic messages. Yeah, we already know that, but there it is again, guys. There's the confirmation. And here's something I want to say to you guys. For some of you, this is not for everyone. Does your person love you? Yes. Is your person dreaming of you and the future with you? Yes. Is there a lot of passion? Yes. Has there been a lot of pain? Yes. But for some of you, this Eight of Wands coming in can also be telepathic. Now, I know that's not what everyone is going to want to hear, but for some of you, that is just a fact, and we see that. I'm sending you telepathic messages. Either way, they are, guys, but there is a confirmation for some of you that that is what they're sending through, okay? So remember, if you feel like you don't know if you're sending it, you can practice your telepathy. Well, they're just pushing them out, you guys. Please never give up on us. Very much pushing them out. What do you want to say to your person? Okay, look. Now, this was me being very sloppy, but these are yours. These are not. These are yours. I am always with you. I am so sorry I hurt you. That's coming through again. Look, and it actually landed right here as well by the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Will you wait for me? Guys, and I feel like that's not going to be for everyone. Some of you aren't. Look. We see that little sailboat here going in another direction. And we know you're thinking a lot about it. We see it here, guys. With the thinking card, and also, again, those angel numbers really telling you, you can do it. You have what it takes to do it. Face it head on, okay? Those of you that are wanting to move on, whatever it is you're wanting to do, it's a very strong message for you. But I do feel a lot of you are here in this Three of Wands energy, guys. Just trying to take yourself on a journey is what I want to say to you. The other thing it can be too, you guys, for some of you, I have to say, this is that long distance energy coming through with your person. Also, maybe for those of you that are going to have this union now, and I really don't think it's everybody here, I just have to tell you, there's a lot of energy here, guys. That commitment offering, it can be that somebody has to travel to someone. Feel like it would be your person coming to you, but it can be vice versa. But there's a really strong long distance energy here. Okay, I was going to say last chance, and then this got pushed out. I made so many mistakes. Okay, do you want to send anything else through? Yep, that's it. Okay. Well, guys, look. You are the love of my life. This is not a very surprising last card to come down because you are the love of their life. And I think they're the love of your life too. But there is a lot of There are boundaries, guys, and there is something here keeping you guys apart. And for a lot of you, really for everybody, regardless, this third sword is also telling us about the divine timing here, very, very much. But your person, guys, this is the future card. This is kind of everything. It's the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Your person is dreaming about that, so don't be fooled. I know for everyone, not for everyone, it's not for everyone, excuse me, that your person can come. That's what I wanted to say. I feel very tongue-tied, you guys. But they're sending that through and want you to know that. And they are sending you messages. Look, and the waking up card got propped up here, wanting to be read again and looked at very strongly. Okay, you guys, that is your reading today. Thank you for being here. I wish you love, light, all things good. Take really good care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.